TikTok autism dad LeonidasAUTISM was recently arrested after remains of a child were found in him and his wife's home.
We are now learning more about a Minot couple accused of hiding an infant's remains inside their home. Minot police say a domestic violence investigation led them to the infant's remains, allegedly hidden in a concrete-filled storage tote inside a couple's bedroom closet. Craig and Sarah Kurzman are each charged with failure to report the death of a child and disturbing a human burial site, according to court documents. A neighbor called police Saturday after Sarah allegedly disclosed the child's death and reported that Craig Kurzman had assaulted her. Officers later found the couple at a Minot hotel. Investigators say both told officers the remains were inside a tote encased in concrete. Police later seized the tote and used x-rays to confirm something was inside. It's been sent to the state forensic examiner's office. Court records state that Sarah gave birth to triplets in Texas in 2023. She told police that when one of the children was about 6 months old, she came home from work and found the boy unresponsive while in Craig's care. She allegedly said Craig told her not to call law enforcement. Investigators say the couple bought the tote and cement, encased the child's body, then moved to North Dakota with the remains. Both of them are charged with failure to report corpse of a child and disturbing a human burial site, which are Class C felonies. Craig faces felony domestic violence charge as well. Prosecutors say Sarah Kurzman suffered several broken ribs. A judge set Craig's bond at $150,000 and ordered him to have no contact with Sarah. He will next be in court on October 1st.
He's known as being one of those autistic parents who show every part of their autistic child's life, including their lows, often showcasing his son playing in feces, destroying his apartment and his items, stimming and having tantrums, as well as being overwhelmed or overstimulated. In these videos, his manner is extremely abusive. In his videos, he is screaming, yelling, and swearing at his son. He makes claims that autistic kids are aware of what they're doing and do these types of things on purpose to make people pay more attention to them. I know my platform mainly specifies in lolcow content, however, I do think that this is an important topic to discuss. This video's intention is to primarily go over the case itself. I will not be discussing a lot about his content because the contents of the videos he makes are not really relevant to this case, at least to what we're aware of. When there are updates to this case, I'll make sure to make a part 2 to keep everybody who's watching up to date. So the boy in the black socks laying on his back is Leonidas. The girl that's kind of sitting above him is his younger sister. Now, to what I'm aware of, this younger child is a part of a series of triplets that Craig and Sarah, who are the parents, had. Toddlers do grow fast, but I believe these two girls are the ones who are mainly involved in this case, as the child's remains that were found was a boy, not Leonidas. That's what people get confused. It was not Leonidas. It was another brother who was the triplet to a set of twin girls. So the mom and dad, they had triplets, which was 2 girls, and then they had 1 son, and this son was the one who died. The Minot Police Department arrested 2 people in a child death investigation on Saturday, August 22nd. Officers were dispatched to a Minot residence on Saturday afternoon for a domestic violence report, according to a press release from the Minot Police Department. During the investigation, officers were made aware of a deceased infant believed to be the child of Craig Kurzman, 49, and Sarah Kurzman, 45, both of Minot. Investigators got information that the child died 3 years ago in another state, and the death was not reported to law enforcement at the time, the release said. Investigators were told the infant's remains were in a tote containing concrete, the release said. Investigators located a tote matching the description, which was transported to the North Dakota Forensic Examiner's office in Bismarck. Chris Kurzman and Sarah Kurzman were each arrested and charged for failing to report the death of a child and disturbing a human burial site. both Class C felonies. The release said Craig Kurzman was also charged with domestic violence related to the initial domestic violence report. Craig Kurzman is being held at the Ward County Jail. Sarah Kurzman is receiving medical care and will be transported to the Ward County Jail when medically cleared, according to the Minot Police Department. So while watching this video again, I started looking at the comment section to see if people were calling him out for killing a child and then hiding their remains, and I did find a few replies and a few new comments talking about the situation. I did happen to find this comment, which I found really summarized it on screen, so I'm gonna read it for you guys. So this comment was a reply to someone, and it says, "Since he's locked up, I'll answer for you. Yes, the two girls showed in this video are the two girls that are a part of the triplets, and the boy unalived in the closet is the third. They had two girls and one boy for the triplets. Leonidas was a single birth. They kept these two off social, cause I bet someone in Texas knew she had only had three, and now only have the two girls from the three. I bet someone knows a lot more than what's being said." I haven't seen anyone talk about this story yet, likely because it got drowned out in the worst week in human history since 9/11 happened. So please make sure that if you're a YouTuber and you see this, or you have influence status, especially within the autistic community or the autistic representation community, so if you're a parent to a child with autism, or an educator, or an advocate, or a doctor, please, please, please spread this video around. Make sure people are aware of this situation. This guy has a shocking amount of supporters who probably don't even know what happened, just because there has been so much more within the past few days that have happened kind of out of this situation that have been significantly covering up the amount of coverage it's getting. Make sure that if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing so that if I make a part 2, you will see it. This is such a awful story. Like, I'm literally almost crying making this story just because, like, it's so extremely sad and no child ever deserves this type of behavior. Now, again, please be aware that the arrest that was made has nothing to do with Leonidas, and it does not include any of the CPS cases that have been opened against this man, either from people in Leonidas's life who can see into the abuse, people who this man calls trolls online making reports against him for his behavior seen in videos. And my video didn't even really touch on the topic of just how many CPS cases are open against Craig and Sarah as well, technically. So again, if you're looking for a more in-depth video, I'm sure one exists somewhere. I'll have to link them down in the description if I find any of them. Thank you for watching. This is just my short little video on everything that's been going on, and I hope that you found it helpful. So thank you guys for watching. Bye!